welcome back to another video. If you haven't noticed, I'm not on my usual commercial today. We're doing something completely different, something I don't get to do very often, but something that no one can not enjoy. So we're up on the Upper Clyde today. We're by, I've already forgot the name of where we are. Where are we? The Hymford Bridge, yeah, that's where we are. We're at the Hymford Bridge stretch today. I've spoke about it so many times the last few days because I've been so excited to come down and do some fishing. And then I just forgot where we were. But yeah, we're at the Hymford Bridge stretch today and we're fishing for grayling. If you've ever been to Scotland or heard of Scottish Grayling, you'd know they're the fish to catch. They're absolutely stunning fish, and there's some absolute serious units of grayling that Scotland has to offer. So I thought, whilst the weather's right for it, and after seeing Kaylee Dowd and May Potter out doing it, I thought I better get out on the bank and see if I can show off some Scottish Grayling as well, but it's pretty cold, so hopefully I can catch one reasonably quick, because I don't want to be stood in there too long. My feet are going to freeze to death, but I'm Scottish, so we're used to the cold. And we looked at a couple of different spots yesterday, and this spot was pretty bottom of the list yesterday. The water looked really shallow, there was ice everywhere. It was stunning to look at. Like, it's so picturesque where we are right now, but it just didn't look very fishy. So we actually were going to leave this to be the last place we tried today, but after coming down this morning and seeing that there's been a bit of a defrosting overnight, the water's a bit higher up here, so we thought we'll try here first because it's the first place we came by, and see if we can't catch an early fish, and then maybe we'll go and have a quick fish at the other spots as well, because there was a couple of spots that I just thought looked proper fishy. We actually ended up taking a walk down the Clyde and found one section. I don't know which section it is, I'm not very good with directions. It's completely frozen over. It was the maddest thing to look at. Is that just weeds that I'm stuck on? Yeah, okay. I struck into that and thought, oh my god, a fish. Just what's not to like about this type of fishing? It's just so peaceful, so relaxing. But the thing is, like, I could sit out here like this, probably when my toes weren't as cold, and not catch a fish and still be happy, because it's not like turning up at a commercial and expecting one a bung. Like, I know I'm here and I don't know what I could catch, and if I catch something great, and if I haven't, then it's like I don't mind. Like, look at where I am. Like, just being out and just that, like, excitement of potentially catching a proper grayling, a specimen grayling, or just anything, because, like, you know, when you fish a river, you don't know what you can catch. So it is very different to a commercial. If I turned up at a commercial and I hadn't caught a fish by now, I'd be like, I'm packing up, I'm going home. But nah, this is such a different type of fishing. Like, you're not here to catch one a bung. Do you know what I am looking forward to? Being able to get down in the warmer months and do some trotting for chub. I want one of the absolutely... It's the only word to use. Oh my god, I just got hit with a piece of ice and almost died. Holy jeez. You better have seen that. You probably saw that coming and just never told me. Rude. So we've actually went and moved spots, because although that spot was absolutely beautiful, I was Baltic and my feet felt like they were going to fall off my legs. So we've moved over here, which is a bit wider. It's a little, I don't even know if it's any deeper, but this is a spot that I think screams fish. So before I talk to you about how I'm actually fishing and like what float I'm using and the setup, I figure I need to tell you something. I let my dad come in and have a shot because he's never fished with a centre pin either. So he comes in, he chucks a float down the river, puts some maggots in, and what happens? He hooks into a fish. And then what happens? He loses said fish. So yeah, probably the best type of fishing I could have done to break my non-fishing spell. Like, even though I'm not catching fish, I'm sat and I'm learning something completely new, completely different. You know, you can't really turn up to a commercial and sit and trot on a centre pin. But even just like look at the surroundings. Like I can't complain, even if I go home catching nothing. I'll tell you a little bit about my rig. We are fishing with a 4-gram Corda Avon float. I did pick up a couple of Trotting floats, but this one has aluminium or a titanium stem, so I just figured the stability is going to be much better. There's a couple of reasonably fast flowing sections that we've been on. Stability and visibility were like pretty important, and the other ones, the Trotting floats, are just like crystal floats, so they're not going to have the same stability that this float has. And then, so I've got 4-pound mainline. I think I'm just to a 3-pound hook length. Hook length's just connected with a swivel, and just above that swivel's an olivet. So it's a really, really simple setup. It doesn't really get much simpler than that. I do apologise for the mic quality. The sound might be a little bit like in and out or a bit buzzy, or I can't really moan about it because it's my fault. Dad had got in the water with me and I'd started trying to cast a centre pin, which, as I said, progress is pretty slow. And just to back up the fact that my progress is pretty slow, I dropped my mic in the water and didn't even notice. So if Dad hadn't been in the water to go all David Hasselhoff and find it, I'd be one mic down. So at least Dad caught something today. I can probably forgive him for the lack of grayling, if that even was a grayling, we don't know, but they are pretty notorious for being hard to hook. My rod is a Daiwa Ninja 12-foot match rods. I don't fish the rivers, so I don't really have the tackle for the job. So a 14-foot rod would be ideal, but because I don't fish the rivers very often, I don't have a 14-foot rod. I don't really need one, but if I start doing this type of fishing more often, which after today I think I probably will, because, you know, like I keep saying, I can't stress it enough. I haven't caught anything, and yet I have enjoyed this so much. My toes are freezing, in all honesty. They are really cold. I have like those hand warmer packets in my boots, but yeah, they don't seem to be doing much. I think they did for like the first 10 minutes. But we figured before we go down to the Nith, which is a little bit further for us, we'd come and try the Clyde first because it's much, much closer. And the Grayling were introduced to Scotland first, up in the Clyde. So the Upper Clyde is where they were first put in. So we figure, oh my god, that bird just went for my line. So we figure this is probably a good place to start. But the Nith, oh my god, it looks beautiful. So I am definitely going to get down there very soon. Just got to let my hand heal a little bit better first. But also, I know I touched on it briefly on that other stretch, but there is, I was talking a little bit about kind of the secrecy in Scotland and about kind of just struggling to find places to go. There's so little information online, and I think that's because people have their spots. People like to keep their spots private, and I can totally understand that because, you know, that's like, everyone loves their fishing. But a lot of these stretches are day ticket stretches, so it'd just be nice to see more people out on the bank. So yeah, to wrap it up nicely, although we haven't caught any fish, it's not like it's put a dampener on it, because I have had so much fun and I have enjoyed this so much. I'm surrounded by absolutely beautiful views. You know, there's that anticipation of catching any fish from the river, and like I said before, it's a good excuse for more content, so I can make a grayling hunting series. And now that I've started, I have to keep going. Can't stop until I've caught one now. But yeah, if you've enjoyed watching, a like or a subscribe is always really appreciated. You know, it means a lot to me and it does help me out massively on my journey. And if you've seen anything wrong with my trotting, or if you've just got any general advice for me, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. I'm always trying to learn and any advice is appreciated. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. My toes, bruv, they're so freaking cold. Right, I'm coming back. Oh my god. And then I almost fell over. So I wanted to do another outro because I just don't feel like I got it across enough how much I've enjoyed today. I know I keep saying it, but just being in the water, feeling so connected to what I'm doing, which I suppose I am because I'm in the water, but I have just enjoyed it so much. Now, a fish probably would have topped that off, but I can't sit and say I'm mad about it because I have enjoyed it so much. I've enjoyed it so much so that I've already got the next trip planned, and we're going down just in a couple of days to somewhere totally different. Well, I say totally different. It's supposed to be a lot more prolific, and I've got that on really good authority. So fingers crossed we're a bit more successful, but I have a feeling that we are going to be. I'm not going to tell you where it is. You're going to have to watch the next video to find that one out. But like I said, I have a feeling we're going to be a lot more successful. The day was capped off with being able to see an absolutely beautiful otter just splashing and playing about in the water. I feel really privileged to have been able to see that. That was awesome. So again, like I said, if you have enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It helps me out massively and it means a lot to me.